Okay, just one sec.
Can everybody see the screen?
Okay, okay, this is chapter 1. Lori walks the path. 5-year-old Lori didn't have any brothers or sisters. Her daddy went to work every day and her mommy worked from home and was very, very busy. Lori spent a lot of time with her talking to Bonnie B. Bunny, her stuffed rabbit. Lori was sure her bunny understood everything she said to her. One night, Lori was gazing longingly at the painting that hung on the wall outside her bedroom when her mummy came over and put an arm around her shoulders. Lori, are you still looking at that picture? She asked. You're in your pajamas and your teeth are brushed. It's time to go to bed. Bonnie B. Bunny is waiting for you. Mommy, said Lori, pointing to the piece of art. Where do you think that road goes? I don't know, honey. It's a lovely painting, isn't it? But it's late. You need to go to bed. And this, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, this is the picture that Lori and her mummy are looking at. This was Lori's favorite painting. Lori walked her young daughter to her bed, tucked her in, and gave her a big hug. Good night, sweetheart. Sleep well. I love you. Good night, Mommy. I love you too. Lori hugged her stuffed bunny. Bonnie B. Bunny was a gift from Lori's Nana. Nana had told her granddaughter that she bought her rabbit from the hospital gift shop the day she was born. Lori loved Bonnie B. Bunny and couldn't fall asleep without her beside her. She often called her either Bunny or Bonnie or sometimes just BB. And when she was angry with her or wanted her attention, she always called her Bonnie B. Bunny. BB, I really wish I could walk along the path in the painting, Lori murmured, yawning. Just as she was dozing off, she felt herself floating off the bed and through the air. She landed with a gentle thud on the road from her favorite painting. Birds were singing and butterflies fluttered about. Bunny was still in Lori's arms, although she didn't stay in her arms for very long. To Lori's surprise, Bunny jumped down and began to hop along beside her. Bunny, you can hop, gasped Lori. Hi, Lori. Hi, Bunny, the birds chirped in unison. Welcome. Birds, you can talk, and you know our names, Lori explained. That's because they're magical birds, Bunny said knowingly. And Bunny, you can talk too, Lori cried out. Yes, I can, because we're in a magical, mystical land, Bunny said, hopping up and down. In her excitement, she tripped on her ear and tumbled over. Lori helped Bunny B. Bunny up. Music and laughter could be heard in the distance. Birds, where are all those wonderful sounds coming from? Follow the path and you will see, the birds answered. So Lori and Bunny kept walking. The path stopped at the edge of the luscious, greenest lawn Lori had ever seen. A pink baby grand piano played lively tunes. You see that picture?
There's a picture.
Yeah, at all times, the piano keys jumping up and down like grasshoppers. Lori saw children laughing and dancing, and rabbits, squirrels, and chipmunks swaying to the music. On the grass were 4 blankets, and on each blanket sat a princess and a child having a picnic. The children looked very full, but that didn't stop them from eating more. Where are you going, Lori and Bunny, called one of the princesses. We want to see more of this magical land, Lori answered. Enjoy, said the princess. Beyond the grass, Lori could see that a white sand beach bordered crystal clear blue water. Come on, Lori shouted to Bunny excitedly. They raced over the lawn to the beach, the warm sand swishing between their toes. Bunny helped Lori roll up her pajama legs and they waded into the refreshing, shimmering water. Black swans, white swans, pink flamingos, and loons all came to say hello, followed by baby ducklings, which swam over behind their parents. One little one started to follow a swan, but the mother duck saw him and brought him back to her. Isn't this fun, Bunny? Laurie said. Bunny agreed. After spending a lot of time splashing around and riding on the backs of the swans, Bunny and Laurie were famished. They raced out of the water, across the beach, and onto the lawn. The princess, who had spoken to them, waved. I was looking out for you, she called. The little boy who was sharing a picnic with me had to go home, so I would like you and Bunny to join me. My name is Princess Falling Star. Bunny squealed excitedly. Come on, Laurie, let's go. Thank you, Princess. We would be delighted, said Laurie in her best grown-up voice. Falling Star's dress was bright turquoise and was decorated with feathers, fringes, and beads. Laurie said, I like your dress and your crown. Princess Falling Star replied, Thank you, Laurie, but what I have on my head isn't a crown. I'm indigenous, and what I'm wearing is an indigenous headdress made of feathers attached to a beaded band. It stands for strength and bravery. What's in indigenous? Laurie asked. The indigenous people lived in Canada before anyone else, the princess explained. Many, many years ago, there was no buildings, cars, TVs, or cell phones. My ancestors loved this land. The air was fresh, and the lakes and streams cool and refreshing. Oh, said Laurie, her eyes wide with wonder. One day, I would like to learn more about indigenous people. And she added, I think you are beautiful. The princess said, You are pretty too, Laurie. What about me? Bonnie B. Bunny piped up. Princess Falling Star laughed. She scooped Bunny up in her arms and said, Bonnie B. Bunny, you are the most adorable stuffed rabbit I have ever met. The inside of me squealed, Thank you. When I grow up, I would like to be an indigenous princess just like you. Laurie laughed and then said, I'm starving, let's eat. They ate rolled up peanut butter and banana sandwiches, lemonade flowing from a bubbling fountain. The bubbles went up Bunny's nose and she sneezed so hard that she fell right on her bum. They ate and drank until they were positively stuffed. Bunny then scampered away to play with the other rabbits. Laurie thanked the princess politely for lunch before moving to the lawn to smell the colorful flowers peeking through the blades of grass. She realized she was getting drowsy, and so she lay down on the grass, gazing at the blue sky. The occasional white fluffy cloud floated by. The breeze was gentle, and the sun's rays warmed her body. Soon Laurie was fast asleep. She slept until she heard a lady's voice calling her name. Princess Falling Star must want me, thought Laurie. She opened her eyes. To her surprise, she wasn't lying on the grass, but rather on the green floral sheets on her bed. A breeze blew through her open bedroom window, and the morning sun shone on her face. Laurie, wake up, honey. Your breakfast is ready, called her mother. Bunny, this is so weird, Laurie said. Bunny didn't answer. Laurie looked all around for her and panicked. What if Bunny hadn't come back with her? What if she decided to stay and play with the other animals? Just as Laurie was thinking she should have never let go of Bunny, she saw a beige ear sticking out from under her pillow. She gave it a tug, and out came Bunny. Bunny, I'm so glad to see you, Laurie exclaimed. Now let's go eat breakfast. Okay, that was chapter 1. Is that enough reading?
I feel like that was a whole story in itself. I'm so intrigued what the rest of the book could have. Did everybody like the first chapter? Well, fun fact. If you have already registered to come to the Hanukkah extravaganza on Sunday, Elaine will be selling this book at our gift market. And if you aren't registered to come to that, Elaine, where can they buy your book?
It can be bought through Amazon, ordered through Amazon, and through Chapters Indigo, it can be ordered and it can be delivered to you, or it can be picked up at the downtown store.
I feel like you should also put out a recording of like an audiobook, because I found your reading very relaxing.
Oh, thank you.
They're very, very soothing. So you guys, we were talking, Elaine said that she was inspired to write this book by a painting in her home. And we were wondering if there's anything in your homes, and Corrine, you could even answer this as well, if there's anything in your homes that you think could inspire you to write a story. You guys can unmute yourself if you have anything that you'd like to share.
Hi, Annie.
Hi, Annie.
I got a dreidel.
You've got a very cool dreidel. Do you think you could write a story about that dreidel?
I got two.
You have two. There's a story right there. They're growing in number. That's who I could write a story about. In fact, so if you can look past my mess, that's Mortimer. He has not inspired me to write stories, but he's inspired my aunt-in-law's walking buddy to write stories. And he has an entire series of stories called Morty the Dog. And the first one is
dog.
Morty the Dog. And the first book is called Morty Eats the Knishes, which is a true story of Morty eating 100 knishes. It was a bad day for Morty. It started off good. It ended negatively. Leah, do you have anything in your home that you think could inspire you to write a story? Nothing? There's nothing in your house? Nothing. Okay, let's try. Corrine, you're an author. What in your house inspired you?
It wasn't anything in my house that inspired me. I got inspired by outside my house. I'm inspired by water and the ocean and the fishes and how they live.
Interesting. I feel like that's a lead up to talking about your story.
It is.
Interesting. Well, look how we did that segue. Before we move on to our second author, does anybody have any questions for Elaine about her story? It's okay if you don't. You can think about it, and maybe at the end we can ask more questions.
Do they have a favorite stuffed animal that they like?
Oh, that's a good question. So my son's favorite animal is Boo the bunny. So your story reminded me of that. We are very nervous of Boo getting lost because Boo is irreplaceable. I have my dolly, Strawberry, who moved with me from Winnipeg. She still sleeps at the end of my bed. She is a kitty cat with Velcro on her. I still don't know what the Velcro is for.
Yeah.
What about you guys? We've got a quiet crew today.
I got 3 of them I sleep with.
3 you sleep with? Yeah.
Gigi, Theta, and Barry. 2 of them one of them's named after my Data, and one of them's named after my Gigi.
Your granny. Yeah.
I have 3 that I sleep with, but I actually only have 1, but I actually have 2. I have 2 that
You
I
have
sleep
Ducky.
with.
That's the big one, Ducky.
Ducky. But wouldn't Ducky be Marley? Ducky's like a yellow blanket with a duck head.
That's okay. It's Ducky.
Marley, Ducky, and Jordy.
Okay. All right. And they let somebody else speak. That's all.
Thank you, girls. And Leah wrote in that she's a favorite stuffy that's a giant dog named Doggy. Can you show us with your hands how big is Doggy? Like how giant?
I know that name.
Like this big? Like tell me when to stop. Bigger than me? Oh, okay. That is big. Holy moly. Awesome. Thank you guys for answering our questions. And now I would love to hear more from Corrine about what inspires her in the ocean. Are you guys ready to hear?
Can you all see the cover of my book?
Yes, we can.
It's called Sydney the Brave Shark. Have any of you ever seen a shark? Anybody? Okay, well, they are the most amazing animals. And we don't have to be scared of them. They're more scared of us than we are of them. So I got inspired to write this book because I've always been very interested in the ocean. And as well as that, I'm a teacher. And I love reading, and I've always read to my children and my grandchildren. And I'm very interested in bullying and people who are different and how important it is. It's not what you look like that is important. It's what you do that is important in life. And that's what inspired me to write this book. So it's called Sydney the Brave Shark. And we're going to find out why he was so brave. Okay, so here he is. Okay, there we go. It's quiet and dark in my underwater world. I feel so peaceful. It's early, but I need to get up and go to school. My name is Sydney, and I am a great white shark. I live with my parents in our deep ocean home. From my earliest years, I knew that I looked different from everybody else. I have a tooth that grows outside my mouth instead of in my mouth. So I am often teased at school. Hey, yeah, you've got a tooth that's out your mouth. So today, my mom is swimming there with me so she can talk to my teacher. My mom always says, Sydney, it's what you do that counts, not what you look like. My teacher agreed and told the other sharks. So now I feel a lot better. Here we go. One day, a new shark came to the class.
Let me see.
It was Molly, the mako shark, whose skin was shiny and blue. I'm so sad to leave my mako school and move here. I don't know anyone and I don't have any friends, she said. Don't worry, neither do I said. So we looked at each other and smiled. From that moment on, we became friends and we do everything together. You're a much faster swimmer than I am, I said. But that didn't matter. There you can see Sydney with his one tooth sticking out. And there's Molly. She's a mako shark. And they can swim faster than any other shark. Splash, splash, splash. We were enjoying a wonderful swim and we were so busy talking that we did not notice where we were going. We had swum straight into reeds and we were trapped. Look, they trapped in the reeds. Oh my goodness. Oh no, I said. My mum always told me not to enter these because I would get stuck and I wouldn't be able to get out. We both started to cry. It was becoming darker and I knew it would soon be nighttime and I had to think of a plan. Look at all the stuff under the water. It was dark and scary. As we moved around, we felt something plastic. It was a water bottle. Humans forget that the ocean is our home and they throw their garbage in it. That's terrible, said Molly. I remember my brother swallowed a battery that had been thrown in the water and he needed surgery. Molly was crying and was very scared. Although my cartilage body, because I don't have bones, I have cartilage, was shaking, I had to be brave. Look at all the things in the water. We both knew that humans fish in this water, and if they caught us, they could hurt us. We're very scared of humans. Suddenly, my sixth sense became strong, and I felt ripples far off in the water. I realized that the adults were looking for us. However, the reeds were thick and dark, and I knew they would not be able to find us. Look, they stuck in the reeds. Oh my goodness. My tooth, I screamed as a plan hit me. I can use my outside tooth to try and chew through the reeds, I said to Molly. I started chewing. It was hard work, and I knew that if I took too long and it became even darker, our parents would never find us. Very slowly, I began biting and biting. Crunch, crunch. It took a long time, and my tooth was beginning to ache. I can see a pathway we can squeeze through, shouted Molly. Sure enough, I had finally managed to chew a small opening in the reeds. It was small and tight, but thankfully our cartilage bodies could bend easily, and we were able to get through. We were both tired, and we had very little energy left to swim home. But by rolling my eyes in all directions, I was able to check that there were no humans nearby. I warned Molly, if she ever saw a human, to swim away. They don't understand us. So there you can see him with his big tooth, and he chewed right his way through the reeds. I know, she said, they think we want to eat them, but yuck, they're much too bony. I much prefer like seals and tuna. We don't like humans. Just then we saw a fin we recognized. It was my dad and the other adults looking for us. We were so worried. Don't ever go in the reeds again. Now come home and go to bed, they shouted. My mom was very angry. We said goodbye and followed our parents. You're a hero and very brave, said my mom. I'm very proud of you. Now go to sleep. Even though I was angry because you didn't listen to me, I'm still very proud. The next day I was so tired. I had to half swim and half drag myself to school. However, when I arrived, I forgot all about my tiredness. All the other sharks were clapping. I wish I had an outside tooth like yours too, said one of them. And I smiled as I remembered my mom's words. It's not what you look like that counts. It's what you do. I realized that I had used my difference to help others. And for the first time, I felt very proud of myself. Of the story. So I hope you enjoyed the story. And sorry?
Don't.
Someone say my name?
I
Go
hope
ahead.
you enjoyed the story. And have any of you ever been in the ocean?
Oh, yeah.
Anyone been in the ocean? You have, Elaine?
I think,
And
yeah, no. I've been in the sea.
the sea, okay. And when you're in the sea or the ocean, do you remember that that's home of the fishes?
I am very aware of that. I'm very scared of fish, to be honest with you.
They're more scared of you. And remember, a shark's not out to attack you. They're more scared of you, and they prefer fatty things like tuna and seal. Humans are too bony, so they're not out to attack you. And remember, if someone comes into your home that you don't know, you're going to defend yourself. So if you go into the shark's home and he doesn't know you, he has a right to defend himself too.
I love that. Guys, did you enjoy that book? It was so fun. I really liked that. Oh, we have a question for Corrine. Did you draw the pictures? They're really pretty and I really like the stories, says Leah.
Oh, thank you. No, I did not do the pictures. I had a friend of mine who is a professional illustrator. His name is Stephen Yates, and he did the illustrations. I told him what I wanted and we discussed it, and he did the most beautiful illustrations for me. And also, if you want to find my book, it is on Amazon, and it comes in hardcover and soft cover, and I have the soft cover here. So, and I love sharks.
Does anybody else have any questions for either of our authors? No, it's
And
all pretty
remember that people, it's not what people look like that counts. It's what they do. And he was so brave, and he used his disability to help and to be brave, you see?
Elaine, did you have something you wanted to say?
My mama back.
Okay, that's enough.
What, honey? We're all good. Corrine, so you said that you were originally inspired because you like the ocean, but it seems more like you're inspired by the idea of bullying and standing up for yourself.
Exactly.
Do you want to talk more about
people
that?
who are different. Well, I'm a teacher, as I said, so in my years of teaching, I'm retired now, but in all my years of teaching, I came across many situations where children were bullied because they looked different, or they spoke differently, or for any number of reasons. And I really felt that it was extremely important to spread the lesson that I've taught in this book to all children.
That's wonderful. I love the message. We don't know the end of the message of Elaine's book because we need to read the rest of it. But I think that's beautiful. Does anybody have any thoughts about the story or anything they want to share? This is our last time getting together in this format. Again, hopefully we'll get together in person one day soon. Oh, I thought I got a message. Oh, I think some of our girls now are getting their flu shots, so they disappeared. But if none of our budding authors have any questions, this is your time. Okay, I want to take this opportunity to thank Elaine and Corrine for joining us. You both have such beautiful stories. They're so different, but they were both just so lovely to listen to. Thank you so much for joining us. Our kids here basically got a private book reading from some beautiful authors, so that's very special. So thank you so much. If you have anything final that you'd like to say to the kids, by all means.
Well, thank you, Ellie.
Thank you.
It was.
And thank you for inviting me and giving me this amazing opportunity to spread the very special lesson that I want all children to understand, that we don't bully and that it's not what you look like that counts, it's what you do.
Yeah. Sorry, Elaine, do we still have you?
Yeah, I'm still here. Do you see me?
Yes, we're good.
Okay. Yeah, no, it was a pleasure being here. And I was just wondering if the children went into the magical land with their favorite stuffed animal, what they would like to see there in the magical land.
That's a good question. Guys, what do you think?
You went into magical land.
You have a giant doggy to protect.
Doggy.
A what?
You'd want to find more doggies?
Yes, yes, doggy.
I think Elon just loves dogs.
Yeah, I love dogs.
All dogs. Mostly Morty though, right?
Yep, mostly Molly.
Yeah, mostly Morty. Leah, oh, she said thank you, Corrine and Elaine, for sharing your book with us. Quickly though, where would you and Doggy travel to? What would you guys look for in your magical land?
Where would you go?
I can go to Doggy Land.
Okay, so Len's just going to doggy land. He's surrounded by dogs. He cuddles with dogs. He plays with dogs. Dogs are your parents. Doggy land. That's the dream. Okay.
That would be amazing.
I
Such a
would live in that
doggy
world.
person. Yeah.
Doggy.
Doggies. Is Leia typing maybe? No. No. Okay. We'll think about it. Maybe if you ever get an idea, if you guys get inspired, you can email me and I can email Elaine or Corrine and they can see what you've thought of. I'm gonna get Morty while we sign off here.
I want to see Nutty.
I know you do. All right.
Hi, Nutty.
Talk properly.
Hi, Nutty.
Hi. So Mo and I are going to sign off. Hi, Morty. He's liking the quiet now because his little brother isn't here. We are going to sign off. Thank you again to our authors. Thank you again to everybody who's joined us the last number of weeks. And hopefully we'll see you at some more programming soon. All right. Thank you, everybody. And early happy Hanukkah. We're baking
Wait a
soup
minute.
tonight if you want to join.
Thank you.
Happy Hanukkah.
Bye-bye.
Happy Hanukkah, everyone. Bye-bye. Say bye, Mo.